I made it out the mud. I know people ain't gon' like me. I'm no longer who I was. See, now I play for keeps. See, now I'm off of. It's bitter when it's sweet. See, now I'm off of. Boy, elite to my pride, but peace.
Welcome to 2K TV. You know, with the trade deadline coming up, Alexis, would you ever trade your co-host?
Of course not. You know I wouldn't trade my co-host for the world, right?
And the Lakers all decked out as they made their way off the bus and into the arena earlier on. The lights of downtown reflecting off the Willamette River in this terrific look at the picturesque city of Portland. Welcome, everybody, to another presentation of the NBA Live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. From the sideline, we'll have David Aldridge. We'll be hearing from him in just a moment. D.A., take it away.
Kevin, great to hear from you. And Anthony Davis often is in the conversation for Defensive Player of the Year and even MVP, but don't expect him to indulge in that talk. He said, if I play to my potential, then those just happen. But winning another title, anchoring our defense, staying healthy, those are the types of goals I set for myself. Kevin?
You always have priorities very straight with you, David. Thank you. And a chance now to take a look at some numbers for LeBron James.
And guys, he's regressed a little bit offensively. He hasn't been the same this month as he was earlier in the season. He's lacking the edge that he had, and he needs to change his mindset. Stop sitting back and get into attack mode.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. The two megastars are the big men, LeBron and Davis. Avery Bradley is out there with Russell Westbrook, and it's Ariza in at the 3 slot. And for the Trailblazers, Winslow is out there with Ben McLemore. Then it's Josh Hart. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic, and it's Simons in at the 1. And at this point of the year, what's the main thing you think Brett, a head coach, has to do to keep his team focused for the second half of the season?
Well, again, keeping guys in great physical shape. So a balance of playing in the games and getting minutes, but also getting on the practice court, which is interesting after coming out of the pandemic season. Kevin, a lot of teams just didn't find any practice time. And this year, if you get back to the regular season schedule, there's ample time to be on the floor. How do you manage that practice time, and how do you manage the rest for guys, active rest on those days off to be ready for the game?
And so the Los Angeles Lakers get the first points of the ballgame. Oh, and he pucks it off the glass. Wow. Bradley deciding where to go with it. And easy 2 points on the layup.
Great at maintaining some balance on that play. Bradley gets physical, but stays with the play.
Pass to Nurkic. And Davis sends it back. James outside. Fade away. And the rebound by Nurkic. And here are the Blazers. 4-point game. And the injury troubles for Yusuf Nurkic the last few seasons, Brent. My goodness. Freak injuries, too. Just bad luck.
I feel like we've said that about the Blazers for about 30 years. And for Nurkic especially. Just the broken leg, a broken wrist. And, you know, when he was in the lineup last year, Kevin, they were one of the best defensive starting fives in the game. With him being out, they suffered. Let's hope he has good health for the rest of his career. And Nurkic proving he's got a little touch there from the mid-range. Very difficult guy to guard.
LeBron passes to Davis. 14 feet away. That one rolling around and rims out.
His touch from mid-range, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Passes to Nurkic. Now Hart, just 5 to shoot. And they get it back. 3-pointer, Simon. And it's Bradley with the rebound. And it's Bradley with the ball for Los Angeles. This game coming after a loss against the Bucks.
Yeah, a snowball effect in that one. One thing would go wrong, and then another. Really the story of the game.
Yeah, it felt like just the entire roster was stuck in neutral. There was nobody offensively that could get anything going.
Kicks it to Westbrook. LeBron against Winslow. Ball stolen. Now here's Hunt. He's covered by Westbrook. Hard bounce pass. Here's Nurkic. Anthony Davis with the rebound.
He's not very hard to defend right now. This is when the defense might step back and let him try to find his range.
And there's another turnover by the Lakers.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
A tremendous mobile one block that we had to see again. Great send back.
And an early swat like that can really set the tone. Now the shooters will be feeling his presence.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Ellaby's checked in. And Nickeil Alexander-Walker in for Josh Hart. So timeout called here, the first for Portland. Last game matched up with the Magic. A tough loss there.
Yeah, but when you shoot a percentage in the low 30s as a team, and they did that in that game, it is just not going to be your night.
Yeah, you check the stat sheet and you can dominate just about every other facet of the game, but it's not going to make up for anything if you shoot the ball at such a low percentage.
Here in the first quarter with a little over 3.5 minutes played. Bledsoe outside. Unable to get that one. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Davis surveying the floor. And they double up Davis. Outside Bradley. Davis throws it down.
Well, that's a good job by Avery Bradley recognizing that he had an open teammate and get it to him in a good position.
To the paint. Nurkic with it. Now Anthony defending. Nurkic can't hit.
No doubt the fight's there. They are trying to battle back, but he's just really struggling this quarter.
And it's Davis missing. Trailblazers trail by 8. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Bledsoe passes to Alexander Walker. Some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Bledsoe. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here. Los Angeles leading by 8. Here's Ariza, and it's slammed in by Ariza.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Well, if I was baking up a lead, I'd add 2 ingredients. One would be playing smart, the other one playing selfless. They've done that tonight. Serve it up.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. Dwight Howard. He's checked in for Anthony Davis. Horton Tucker comes in for Bradley. And it's Malik Monk in for Russell Westbrook. Throw good, Ariza.
Well, known as a defensive specialist for many years, it's the ability for Ariza still to consistently be a threat out there from the three-point line, especially from the corners.
Now here's Bledsoe. No points in the game yet for him, and it's blocked.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Nurkic, the third shot of the possession, finally falls for him.
Gets one to fall, but only his second make in the first 7 attempts.
Here's Horton Tucker. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Alexander Walker passes to Ellaby. Nurkic with it, covered by Anthony. Nurkic can't hit.
It wouldn't surprise me to see him find his touch and still be a factor. Don't count them out yet.
Now the pass to Anthony. Fires for 3, and the last second attempt does not go in for him. And we reach the end of the first quarter. Lakers ahead. They're up by 9. From Portland, we're back in a moment. And he stands 6'9", but without question, LeBron James did.
I have the freedom to call sets, whatever I feel best suit our team. I'm a smart, cerebral basketball player. My basketball IQ is very high, and I take that very seriously. So I know what best suits our team, and our coaching staff does as well.
And Greg, for all of his athletic gifts, very few players have thought the game as well as LeBron has.
And they listed him at point guard in his 17th season. But it's all semantics at this point. He's always been the best decision maker on any team he's played on.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Lakers.
Well, in the first half of play, they're closing out aggressively, blocking shots. A key indicator of their activity on the defensive side.
Another big aspect has to be the fast break and transition play, really looking to go up-tempo tonight.
And check out below. It's courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the floor for Portland, we've got Justice Winslow. Smith is out there with Satoransky. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic. And it's Ellaby in at the 3. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Johnson's checked in. Stanley Johnson, he's checked in for the Lakers. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Thank you, Kevin. Anthony Davis, of course, is a superstar at both ends of the court. LeBron James says his ability to guard anybody on the floor, 1 through 5, take the challenge to guard on the perimeter and continue to protect the paint, it's hard to score on him. Guys?
Yeah, he is a lead in every way, as are you. Thank you. Now, here is Smith. Dwight Howard missing his last shot. From outside the arc. Tries again. Winslow's shot is off.
He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he'd lay it straight up and in.
Here's Reeves. He's still scoreless so far in this one.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
To the middle. Here's Ellaby. Rebounded by the Lakers. Howard's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Monk with the ball. 20 points for him last game against Milwaukee. Here's Reeves. Portland grabs the miss. Winslow's got 4 rebounds in this game. Johnson outside. Pass to Satoransky. Smith outside. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
You two.
Portland with the ball. Ellaby, the pass to Johnson. 2 on the clock. Smith for 3. Rebound the Lakers. On the wing, Monk. Covered by Smith. Back to Monk. Now, here's Howard. Not a lot of room. They double-team Howard. Monk with the ball. Working on Smith. 2 points. That one goes. Monk's got the opening basket here in the second quarter for Los Angeles. Smith the pass to Winslow. Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. And so many teams looking to space the floor. Greg, how many non-shooters can you play and still have a good offense?
Well, I think most teams go 4 out, meaning you got to have at least 4 guys that are a threat on the perimeter, keeping a vertical spacer at that dunker spot. But if your dunker can also shoot, man, that puts even more pressure on the defense.
Trailblazers. Ben McLemore, he's checked in for Johnson. Josh Hart comes in for Satoransky. And it's Simons in for Dennis Smith. Now, here's Hart. Guarded by Bradley. Portland moving the ball around. Simons, the pass to Winslow. Here's Simons. 5 on the clock. Goes back up. No good there. Great D that time from Davis.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game. I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint. And this, the second season of Anthony Davis's 5-year, $190 million extension. And he admitted that with his injury history, that long-term security was a consideration.
Now here is Davis. This is the most they've led by, 13 points. Johnson attacking. Count the basket. Johnson's got his first basket of the night.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
Always a good sign of maturity and steps forward when you can take this kind of effort, focus, and concentration on the road to get a win.
And AD's injury woes rearing their head last season as well, Greg. We saw it missing a number of games.
Well, a big man with his athleticism, a lot of stress on the legs. LeBron's gotten him on the same nutrition and treatment regimen. Hopefully, that'll help.
Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. Johnson's got 5.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Now here's McLemore outside. Anthony Davis grabs the miss. Davis has got 6 rebounds now in the game. James finds Johnson. And Johnson with the stuff.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
Yeah, his shot is just not there tonight, guys. And instead of trying to shoot himself out of the slump, maybe he needs to start moving the ball around and creating for his teammates.
Making a change here. Nurkic is checked in, and the Lakers also making a change. Anthony's checked in for Johnson. And Simons has got the ball here for Portland. Nothing offensively yet from them in the second quarter. Back to Winslow. Nurkic kicks to Winslow. And Hart has it in the corner. There's 39 seconds left now here in the second. No good again that time.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Westbrook passes to LeBron. The kick out to Westbrook. Bradley with the ball. Here he goes. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
They have a good plan going right now, and they're starting to create separation.
Well, game plan might have been good, but you have to bring it together. Right now, their chemistry is something to be admired.
Feeds it to McLemore. Here's Nurkic. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers cruising into the quarter break with a 22-point lead. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much with the Lakers, Frank Vogel. Coach, with your size advantage, were you trying to get the ball to Anthony Davis inside?
Not any more than usual. We just give him the basketball down low and ask him to read. There's been a couple opportunities where they came in double and he found open guys. And if he gets single coverage, he goes score the ball.
Thanks for your time, Coach. Appreciate it. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K. It's the Lakers out on top at halftime. They are completely in control of the game, leading by... And that'll...
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. One guy who's been getting it done is Stanley Johnson.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half, just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half. I'm wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
Checking out the group for Frank Vogel to start the second half. The two megastars are the big men, LeBron and Davis. Bradley is out there with Russell Westbrook, and it's Ariza in at the 3 spot. Los Angeles leading by 22, and this is year one of LeBron's 2-year, $85 million extension. And Greg, that will take him through age 38.
And that will amount to $435 million in career earnings, the most all time. And it wouldn't surprise me if he's got a few more years left in the tank after that. I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter, just served him up.
Westbrook dishes to LeBron. It's good. James has got his second basket of the night.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Now here's McLemore. Taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now he averages about 9 points a game. Here's Simons. Nails the baby hook. Simons has got his first bucket of the night.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
LeBron kicks to Westbrook. Bradley with the bounce pass. And it's Westbrook. That time on the assist by Bradley. Bradley's got 4 assists in the game. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, guys. We have seen today's athletes taking stands for social justice. All-star Bradley Beal says, we understand there will be a backlash, but we don't care about that. I'm a human being, a citizen, just like everybody else. I have family and friends still living in those environments, and I'm their voice. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you very much. Here's Hart after the basket by the Lakers. Pass to Simons. Now Winslow, covered by LeBron. Winslow kicks to Hart. Over Bradley. And it's off the back rim. No good.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Reza passes to LeBron. LeBron is doubled. Davis gets a wide open look. And a miss there on the triple. And Simons has got the ball here for the Trailblazers. Next up for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. And that game concludes a 5-game homestand. Here's James. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. James has got his 3rd bucket of the night. Simons surveying the D. Pass to Nurkic. Count that one. Nurkic has got 6.
Well, Nurkic, with that soft touch, he's starting to cause some problems for the defense.
Here's Westbrook, and he elevates for the slam. Justice Winslow did not like that.
And if you want to talk about liftoff, folks, he went right from the launching pad. Serious extended hang time there. Even at full speed, it looked like he was in slow motion. Just amazing.
How about that mobile 1 block we just saw? Amazing defensive work.
And a block like that sends a message. One that says we're not giving up this lead.
Now a timeout called by Portland.
And now in the second half of his career, Russell Westbrook wants rings. He knows he's getting older and has no time to waste. It's why he plays with such passion.
Trailblazers. Ellaby's checked in, and Nickeil Alexander-Walker in for Ben McLemore. And then for Los Angeles, Carmelo Anthony's checked in for James. Horton Tucker comes in for Trevor Ariza. And Monks subbed in for Avery Bradley. Now here's Bledsoe. He's been patient so far, nothing on the scoreboard yet. To the inside, and finished off by Nurkic.
Unselfish play there by Bledsoe. Does a great job scanning, noticing somebody's open, get them the ball.
Westbrook passes to Davis. 1:52 left to play here in the third. It's Westbrook with the drive. Monk, no one around him, drills it from outside. Monk's got 5 now.
Yeah, great court awareness. Westbrook sizing up the D and doing a good job of locating the open man.
The pass to Alexander Walker. Back to Hart. Portland moving the ball around. And Nurkic gets it to go. Nurkic has got 6 points in the quarter.
That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
Now here's Davis. 6 points for him. Sinks the triple.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooters.
Driving in, and it's denied. Anthony finds Westbrook. Back to Anthony. Anthony drawing the double team. Bledsoe against Westbrook. On for 3, and again it's the Lakers from deep.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the result.
And here's Bledsoe. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Down low, Nurkic. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. And 12 points for Nurkic.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint. Westbrook against Bledsoe.
outside Westbrook. Pass to Monk. 20 feet out. Misses the shot. And so it's Los Angeles, having no problems at all. Up 29 points heading into the next quarter. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
So helpful to the offensive versatility when your bigs can create, freeing everybody up, and that cut was wide open.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. LA's gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. Thomas Satoransky is out there with Smith. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic. Then it's Johnson, and it's Brown in at the 4. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Now here's Howard. Count that one. Howard's got his first bucket in this one.
And you got to appreciate just the presence of mind there. Monk demonstrating solid court awareness by finding the open man.
Here's Nurkic. Inside. And finished off by Nurkic.
You always hear about chemistry. That's a perfect example, knowing where each other is at all times.
Now, here's Monk. He's guarded closely. And, Greg, you were a hard-nosed defender. Would you be frustrated by what they're calling a foul today?
You know, I would based on how I played, but if you grew up in this era, this is just the way the game is, and you have to adapt and adjust, and that's what you're seeing with the players. Guys can defend it every bit as good as they ever have. In fact, I would argue they're better defensively today because they're not allowed to grab and hold. So the league is focused on offense. The fans seem to love it, but at the end of the day, you still got to get after it defensively.
2 shots. Relax on the first.
The first one falls. Winslow's checked in for Nurkic. Trevor Ariza's checked in for the Lakers. Ken Bazemore comes in for Monk. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Here's Reeves. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Kicks it out to Ariza. Back to Howard. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
And you'd like him to be a little bit more dependable on these and one opportunities and see that free throw percentage go up just a bit, but fending off the defense and showing them who the big man is.
And a chance now to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Lakers.
We've seen them make the extra effort from a defensive standpoint, closing out airspace and sending shots back.
They have not wasted any time here tonight. They've pushed it whenever they've had the opportunity and have gotten a lot of fast break points out of it.
And that one falls for Howard. And we are seeing a lot of star players now, Brent, gravitate to the big markets. Do you think the NBA will ever have something like a franchise tag similar to pro football?
That's an interesting idea. I don't think so. I don't know if the NBA Players Union would sign off on something like that. Well, the first thing that might be addressed is getting to a point where there is a salary cap and a hard cap for teams to stay under some sort of financial restrictions that allow the smaller market teams to compete in some ways. But up until that time, Kevin, I don't see much of that changing.
Now here's Bazemore after Keon Johnson's miss. Ariza no up. And so it's Smith with it. He'll bring it up for the Trailblazers. There's Winslow. And he lays it straight in.
Yeah, sometimes you wonder how great defenders, when they play offense, know how to take advantage of good defense. Winslow did there.
Howard dishes to Ariza. Bobbed up there for Howard. It's blocked. Satoransky looking around. And the shot goes down.
Always fun to look at. Not tremendously efficient, but the floater, boy, those sure are pretty.
Now Bazemore. Ariza outside. Pass to Reeves. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Reeves has got himself on the board with 3 there.
Not shy from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
Trailblazers have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the 4th. Smith kicks to Satoransky. And Spurs great Tim Duncan recently inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame, and you played with him, Brent, for a handful of seasons. You won a couple rings. Any reflections?
Well, Tim was such a tremendous teammate and so welcoming to every player that he came across that walked into a Spurs locker room, with the inherent trust he had from Coach Popovich that they were going to invite players that were going to come in and be about the right things. I just remember my first time visiting San Antonio, signing as a free agent, and the first person that I saw in the summer in the gym by himself shooting bank shots on the practice floor was one Tim Duncan. What a leader and what an all-time great.
Let's take another look at the staunch defense during that Mobile One block.
And big defensive plays like that will help them stay in control of this one.
And Portland making a change here. Levin's checked in. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Jordan's checked in. Six on the shot clock. Smith the pass to Winslow. Brown trying to free himself up. And it's Winslow that time on the assist by Smith.
Even though Winslow gets bodied up there, I don't know if he even felt that contact. His focus helps him knock down the shot.
Jordan dishes to Bazemore. Back to Jordan. A minute 42 left in the 4th. To the middle. Poked away. It's stolen by Smith. Johnson wide open. He fires. Good on the triple. Johnson's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Los Angeles.
The biggest factor tonight had to be their great shooting. They shot much better than the other team.
Yeah, they were working hard on both sides of the floor, but that sky-high field goal percentage plus the pressure defense to force the other team into a lot of misses. Love the effort tonight.
And so the hard work and effort paying off tonight, putting another win in the books. That'll be win number 27.
And not only are they on their way to winning this game, this also gives them a win in the season series. And as we've come to expect, another big game tonight and an impressive exhibit
for Anthony Davis.
Yeah, it felt like there was more than one of him out there tonight. He was involved on every possession, and he made his presence felt in so many ways.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
Back to Smith. A second chance effort. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. First free throw is good. And Johnson drops them both. And the Lakers have possession. And the Lakers can just let the clock run down here. Now here's Bazemore. Tight defense on him. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And a chance now to send it over to David. Thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks.